Hello friends, welcome to vaagmi.tarot, and I'm really delighted to bring to you your reading for the month of June. And before we get into this reading, I'd like to thank you all for your likes, for your subscribes, for your audience, for liking my messages. Please keep those subscribes and likes coming. It really encourages me to bring you more messages from the universe, and feel free to tell me what is the kind of messages you want to see. I will try my best to bring those kind of readings for you and answer your questions. Okay, so let's get into the reading for June and how June will be for us. What are the energies that are coming our way? Now, what I see in the month of June is that, of course, everybody is waiting for a change. And certainly, we are all set for some kind of change. Our world is going to change in many ways. In June, yes, we are going to see some fundamental shifts happening, shifts in perspective as well. Most importantly, actually, shifts in perspective as well. That will change our private world, our inner world, and the outside world. But how does change come about? How do we even see that change is happening? And how can we be agents of change for our private world and for our outside world? The other cards that have come are the Nine of Air and the Page of Water. And these cards tell me that sometimes when we are worried, or when we are just being an adult and living our lives and fulfilling responsibilities, we get so caught up in worrying and in being anxious about what's going to happen in the future. We are so fixated on the future that our present is kind of just invested in worry, which is a negative state. And this reading wants to tell us that if you have responsibilities, worry is not the right way. Worrying is not the solution, and worrying keeps you trapped in a very negative cycle of feeling pressured and not joyful about life. And this is also saying that we cannot be dependent on things that are outside of us for joy. I think that is the biggest message for the month of June. We bring worry to ourselves very easily. We shut our eyes, we ruminate about everything that's going wrong, we seem surrounded by our problems and our thoughts and everything that's not working out, and we keep on judging things and weighing things, how we are faring. But sometimes we are not able to channel, actually all the time, we're not able to channel happiness in the same way as we channel worry. It's almost like adulting means, or adulthood means a state of sadness as opposed to a state of joy in childhood. What this reading, this message from the cosmos is saying is that you have to depend on yourself for happiness and for joy, rather than on the outside world, because there's a fundamental imbalance in depending on yourself for negative thoughts and for sadness and sorrow, but depending on the outside world for joy. How can that happen? If each of us is worried on some count or the other, if the mom is worried about the son is worried about his job, the sister is worried about making more money, finding, if everything is a worry, then who is fit enough to give happiness? Who can be the source of happiness then? We all are depleted. Basically, this arrangement of cards and then the series that they have come, and this World card and Nine of Air and Page of Water, is telling us in June that please notice that if you depend on yourself for sadness, for being sad and for being worried, you have to depend on yourself for being happy as well. It cannot be a one-way path, one-way traffic. This also means that a lot of work, too much work, and very less play makes Jack a dull boy. It's that kind of a message that I'm getting from these cards that I've got. And it's telling us to tap into the childlike, carefree being inside us. All of us have a child inside us, which we just forget over the years. And perhaps the way we grow up is a forgetting, a forgetfulness about the happy state or the happy place that we were in once upon a time. So, for example, when children fall down from a swing or while running, they don't think that if I run again, I'm going to fall down again. They go do another mischief and they fall down again. They hurt themselves again. They cry a little bit, they get bruised, but they keep on doing all this because what they are doing, even if it gives them some hurt, they don't fixate themselves on that hurt. It could be physical hurt, it could be whatever, an upset with a friend, but children do not fixate on one problem. They are there to live life in a way where there are many problems, they create many problems, they are curious, they are ready to fall down, they're up for the challenge, they are up to get hurt, get a bruise, get a wound, have some pain, but get back up again. And this card reading is asking us, in June especially, why is it that we adults fixate on hurts so much? Of course, there are things that will require justice. Of course, there are things that are worth pursuing. Yes, that's true. It's not saying don't pursue your dreams, don't go after things. It's saying that go after them in a way that you don't get depleted of happiness. You need to be happy in whatever you're doing, even when you're fulfilling your responsibilities. There has to be a sense of peace and calm in us to make the world a happy place, or to make the world what we want it to be. So the world is going to be as happy as each one of us is going to be. And if all of us are just worrying and hyperventilating and anxious and fearful of what tomorrow may bring, then it will be very difficult to find any happiness in the world, because all of us make the world. And therefore, this whole reading is saying that we can change the world, and in June maybe a lot of us will realize that our inner world, or what we have inside of us, needs to be happy, and we need to be the source of that happiness. Something outside of us, how much we earn, getting a certain job, getting a certain partner, or whatever it is, everything outside of us cannot only be a source of happiness. That if we don't have those things, we cannot be happy. And that's why I got this card of cultivating prosperity. It's saying the abundance of the universe is pouring into my life. So the abundance of the universe is always pouring into your life. Are you in that state of mind to grab it, to receive it, to see it, that it's there, it's coming? That's what the month of June is saying to us. That's the overarching energy in the month of June. It is going to make us all think, how is it that we can be more abundant? And more abundant starting from the inside. So first we become abundant and peaceful, grateful, thankful, happy, joyful, have a humor about things inside us. And then I think what the cards are saying is that we will be able to see how the world is not actually so bad, how things around us, I'm not talking about coronavirus only, I'm just generally saying that we keep on thinking that the world is very bad and someone did this or that to us. We'll be able to fixate less on negative things, and we'll be able to be in their grip less. and then we'll be able to cultivate prosperity, because we'll just have more productive energy for those things. And the things maybe that we did not see as opportunities earlier may appear as opportunities to us now, when our state of mind becomes better. And so what I'm trying to say is that our states of mind are in our hand, especially this month, and all of us will realize, I think all of us will get tired of worrying this month. That's the message from the cosmos. There will be an introspection, a reflection on how we are doing as human beings in general, how we are doing on the count of happiness. I have some more cards over here, and they're about home, career, and health. And in the home front, I have the Queen of Pentacles in the reversed, and this is telling me that this month, I'm sorry, it's just not getting to the right place. Okay. All right. So this card is saying that in your home, it is advisable not to put undue pressure on your family members for economic or financial matters, pressurizing people to earn, to pull out their investments or savings and things like that. That is not a good approach this month. And I mean, you can do your own, but it's saying do not put pressure on your other family members for resources. And also this month is going to kind of tell us what is it that we are more invested in on the career front. Suppose we were just, again, the whole idea of being fixated on something, that are we throwing good money after bad? Are we just investing into a project because it hurts our ego to exit? Okay. And so a lot of people would be rethinking their career paths, their projects, the companies that they work in, the kind of work they do, the kind of businesses they are in, if they should switch from a job to a business or from business to a full-time job in the interim, etc. There's a lot of thinking going on this month, and it requires, especially on the career front, there's a lot of patience required, and it's saying don't be restless. Think about things calmly. And finally, there is the Seven of Wands reversed in the position of health, which is urging us not to lose care and caution while moving about, and that a lot of us need to constantly keep our ears and eyes open to health hazards that we have and we are ignoring. It includes, of course, going out and getting the infection, or spreading the infection, but it also means that if we are ignoring any unhealthy eating habits or any small wounds or pains or aches that we have in our bodies, and we've just been ignoring them for very long, this is not the month to continue doing that. This is the month to take positive action on your health and be proactive. It also tends to tell me that on the health front, this is not the month really to turn our back to ongoing issues as well. So we cannot get complacent this month, and this month is a good one to take a stock of how you're doing on your health. It could be checkups, it could be anything that you've been ignoring for a very long time. So I hope that these messages were helpful to you. I'm also hopeful that we all can be more joyous beings, no matter what our outer circumstances are, so that we can bring our joy forth into the world and convert our outer world into a joyful place. And I think it's from that joy that we receive abundance and just change the way, change our energies for a more productive, constructive and fruitful way of living. So I hope June is a good month for all of you. I hope these messages were also useful. So please take care, stay healthy, and I'll come to you with new messages really soon. Bye for now.